ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Today's topic will mainly focus on terrorism in ASEAN region. The contents that we are going to discuss today are: first, background information of terrorism issue; second, responses from individual Asian member states; third, action taken by ASEAN as an organization; and lastly, overall effectiveness of ASEAN in dealing with terrorism. To begin with, what does the term terrorism here mean? To simplify, terrorism refers to use of intentional violence for political or religious purposes, and it can vary based on different kinds of attacks. For example, it can be suicide attacks, typified by the 9/11 attack in New York City and Washington, D.C. on 11 September 2001 by a group of terrorists called Al-Qaeda. So, has Asian region ever suffered from such terrorism? As we all have known that Southeast Asia has been the home of indigenous Islamic militant groups for decades. Historically, Southeast Asia has suffered from interstate and interstate conflicts for centuries. The region experienced terrorist campaigns such as ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq, and the Levant. The threat of terrorism persisted throughout the 1960s, and the terrorism emerging as a serious challenge for this region. Among all of the 10 countries of ASEAN members, a few countries which historically suffer from terrorist attacks are the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Let us have a look to terrorism issue in those countries. First, the terrorism in the Philippines. The two recent terrorist attacks in the Philippines are Davao City bombing and the Battle of Marawi. On the 2nd September 2016, a bombing at a night market occurred in Davao City, the southern of the Philippines. The attack caused at least 14 deaths and 12 injuries, and later on 13 September, one of those injured, a pregnant woman, died, bringing their total up to 15 people. A year later, in 2017, there was another terrorism occurred in the city again, called the Battle of Marawi. Marawi is a city located on the southern Philippines island of Mindanao. The attack began on the 23rd of May 2017, when a firefight broke out between Philippine government forces and an alliance of IS, the Islamic State. Battle of Marawi, also known as the Marawi Siege or the Marawi Clash. CNN Philippines reported that the militants had over 500 men. The militants, including the Mud group and the Abu Sayyaf group, quickly took control of large areas of the city. The battle lasted for 5 months and resulted in the mass displacement of civilians and widespread destruction of civilian infrastructure and the loss of civilian lives. According to official figures, 920 militants, 167 soldiers, and 47 civilians were killed in the fighting, and more than 1,780 hostages were rescued from the IS-linked militants. The city was liberated from militant control on the 23rd October 2017. And it was the time that the battle operation officially ended. Next, the terrorism in Indonesia. Terrorism in Indonesia took place since the early 1960s, which those acts of terrorism aimed to attack the Indonesian people, the government of the Republic of Indonesia, and also the foreigners. Another attack occurred in the heart of the city, which is the Jakarta attack. Bombs and gunfire rocked Indonesian capital on the 14th January 2016 by ISIS. Had recent fears of ISIS spread in the Southeast Asia. This attack caused 4 civilian deaths and 24 injured. Besides, Malaysia also had terrorist incidents. On 28 June 2016, Malaysia suffered its first ISIS attackers that threw bombs into a nightclub in Puchong that injured 8 people, 7 Malaysians and 1 Chinese tourist. Another highlighted terrorism in ASEAN was in Thailand. It called Yala Market bombing. On the 22nd January 2018, Yala Market bombing had killed at least 3 civilians and injured 12 people by unknown attackers. So, throughout terrorism issue in the Asian country, how did the region deal with such problems?